Hello, fellow warriors of the Imperium and beyond. I am Border, also known as Borderwise, and welcome to Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Dark Crusade RTS commentary. Now, this is just a little brief skirmish game I played just to get back into this game because, well, the whole collection's available on Steam. No, I will never be playing the second one because that's Reskin Company of Heroes, which I don't like. You'll have to donate a lot of money to charity in order to persuade me to do that. And by charity, I mean possibly me. But anyway, this game... I love this game. This was my first introduction into the world of Warhammer and Warhammer 40k, which is a bit of a guilty pleasure because it's the kind of just... It's really like... The whole 40k universe just has a severe case of testosterone poisoning, which is it's very amusing. And yes, I go AI difficulty easy because I'm very out of practice with this game, and I have learned the hard way not to overestimate my skills in games I haven't played literally since I was a child. But anyway, the starting thing, we're playing as the Orks, by the way, so the one starting thing I'd like to mention is, like, if you've ever wondered why Orks in Warhammer 40k and Warhammer and Warcraft and just in general why they are green, the reason for that is, as far as I could tell, I was reading up on this before I started this recording, is that the original depictions of orcs from Granddaddy Tolkien himself described them, when they are described physically, as sallow or swarthy. And sallow means yellow-skinned, and swarthy means dark-skinned, so you can imagine the unfortunate implications of that for a whole race of bad guys. So, in the intervening years since, people have gone with green skin because, at the very least, there's no group of human beings in real life who have green skin, and that's kind of worked. But people are still arguing about it to this very day, and I haven't read up quite enough of that. So there's that one thing I wanted to note, because I find it interesting how, like, depictions in fiction, depictions, if you will, of things are still, like, real cause for discussion in this day and age. But I think in 40k, like, the whole depiction of orcs is, like, they're not a race, they're a species, so you can kind of, it's kind of justifiable, and the fact that they're aliens also makes life easier. But anyway, let's talk about the game. Warhammer, like, this is actually, it's actually quite fun comparing this to the earlier game made by Relic, because they are, fun fact, people who made Impossible Creatures are mostly the same people who made this game. The similarities of it, for one thing, the camera controls are pretty much exactly the same, and there is a, I guess not that much of a focus on it, but there's customization of your army. In the case of Dawn of War, there's the army painter, because of course there is. This is a 40k game, it's originally a tabletop game, which I've never played, by the way, because that is an expensive hobby. Video games are dirt cheap in comparison. Even when you factor in the cost of making a lovely big gaming computer. Also, I'd like to mention that this is the Dark Crusade expansion. Even though I have the most recent one, the latest one, I guess. This game is old, man. I forget how old exactly. I am going to look up the Dawn of War series. Hold on. Dawn of War series. Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War. Let's go with release. And reception, let's go. No. Come on. Warhammer 40k. Oh, wow, this is from 2004. Yay, Umis! Anyway, so 2004, Dawn of War, 2005, Winter Assault, Dark Crusade in 2006, and Soulstorm in 2008. And then, damn, they cranked these out, man. Dawn of War 2 was released in 2009, and Dawn of War 3 was released in 2017. Wow. Remember when the games didn't have such insanely complex graphics and you could actually, like, churn them out at a decent rate? Yeah, those days are gone. At least for AAA games, anyway. Because the ante keeps being upped. I do like my boys. Boys with a Z. Yes, it is pronounced Z. Or Z. Doesn't matter. So yeah, like, this was not a hard game because it was on, like, easy difficulty. Also, looking at the orcs, it's like, you have to bear in mind just that these guys are like 7 feet tall. They're huge. You only realize how big they are when they're, like, standing next to, like, humans, which they will be because we're going to be chopping up the Imperial Guard. Looks like we're gonna kick their can. Also, I love the way the orcs talk. They are the source of humor in the 40k universe because, like, with the Imperium of Man, you have a frankly despotic imperial theocracy, I guess you could call it, with a god emperor. You have the Eldar, which are basically space elves. And, like, the Tau, which is, like, I don't know, space communists. And then the Orks are basically green football hooligans, which is, I don't know. That's endearing to me. I would say they're my favorite 40k faction, simply because they are just good like that. Also, I remember long ago when I played this, I never really focused on the close combat aspect of the game. I preferred making ranged stuff and shooting things. But there's something to be said for just making a bunch of slugger boys and just, you know, slugging. It's really good. Also, my army colors... My army colors? What is a cully? That sounds rude. Anyway, my army colors are dark because of course they are. Let's see here. Also, when I was installing this, and when I was just, you know, playing through, doing the tutorial in, like, the first Dawn of War, just to make sure I still got it, yes, I did watch the intro cutscene. That's like, you gotta. Like, that was one thing with the original Dawn of War, it's just every time you load up that game, of course, you must see that first cutscene. Even though looking back on it, I'm thinking, yeah, like, strategically and tactically, the Space Marines were very silly. Yay! 6 minutes! Also, there is something to be said for... There's a lot about Dawn of War, which you can really like. I really love the economy in this game because it's simple, and... Maybe this is because I've spent thousands of hours and built my first YouTube channel up around an incredibly complicated game from the depths. That I'm a real fan of simplicity in games, and, like, I am, as far as I'm concerned, you, like, don't do it in a complicated way if you could do it in a simpler way. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the Army's motto, and it's mine as well, except apparently not. The voice acting in this game, however, is a little bit all over the place. In these games, I should say. Like, I don't know. You can see they kind of try and change it in between the different expansions, and I don't think they quite nail it. I believe there's that meme in Soulstorm about metal boxes! Which is like... You gotta wonder if that Chaos Commander was okay. Yay! I also love how all the factions, they have, like, their own unique animation for, like, capturing strategic points. Oh yeah, I was talking about economy. It's just like, it's simple. You go out, you be aggressive, you capture the point, you get requisition, which is basically... It is just the filler for, like, materials. That's another thing that it has in common with Impossible Creatures. There's just 2 resources. And, like, that seems to be the sweet spot, because, like, the most popular RTS game of all time, StarCraft... I believe it is StarCraft, like, hold on. I'm gonna check that, I might be wrong. Most popular RTS ever. Most popular RTS ever. What? come on. Not friggin... Okay, most sold RTS ever. Okay. Alright, why is this like... Am I, like... Is Google just not helpful these days? Best-selling... Get to number 1, I don't care. Number 1, let's go, come on. We don't have time for this. I scrolled down too far. Damn it, this webpage isn't loading. Ah, there's an ad! Gah! Yes, I'm right, it's StarCraft. Right, the sales are 11 million copies. So, StarCraft has only 2 resources. It has, was it? The crystals and the Vespene gas, I believe? Is it Vespene? Am I misremembering things? I believe I am misremembering things. I didn't even get to make tanks. This game was over too quick. Maybe I shouldn't have played on easy. Yay, shooter boys! We've got boys with shooters. You know what they're gonna do with the shooters? They're going to shoot things with the shooters. All they do is to go, quick, beat up the Space Marines. Beat up the Space Marines, boys! While you still can. The arbitrary timer will run out. That is, what is that time? It's like, elapsed time is blah blah blah. That whole thing of just, the arbitrary timer runs out when you capture the thing, that never made much sense to me, but you know what? Also, you gotta love that one slugger boy, it's just like, there's no more room for me for beating up the building. I'm just gonna sit back here and shoot at it. Also, fun fact, I have no idea what the meta for this game is. Also, you gotta love in Dark Crusaders, like, once things are just invisible. And they stay invisible. And they did that just for the, they did that just for the sake of the Tau, I guess, and their stealth suits. Whoa, yeah. Yay, shooter boys, doing shooter things. Also, I'm not sure you picked that up, but there's a weird little shuffle that the shooter boys do when they're shooting. Yay! Hey, that's rude. Anyway, this game's really good. I want to play more of I want to play more of all the games I've put on this channel, really. Well, mostly. Some of them I can do without. In particular, older RTSs have a real problem with, like, being a little bit jank when they were still figuring things out, so to speak. Oh, you poor bastards. Yeah, this is the moment where you can really see just how big orcs are. You're like, oh my god. Yay, da 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 da. Yay, we're gonna go beat up the Imperial Guard. And there's one shooter boy who's gonna have a very bad day. Yay! And commissars are dead. Yep, there's the tank busters over there. I remember in the first Dawn of War with tank busters, you had to manually give every single member of that squad a rocket launcher, and it was just a giant pain in the ass. Yay, we won! And now I'm just like, well, damn it, that was really quick. What kind of commentary is this? And yeah, I would love to play more of this actually, because Dawn of War, playing this in 2024, it feels good, you know? Like, this game I think has aged well. It just has robust mechanics. The pathfinding is garbage, and why did they build so many bolter turrets over there, and we just flanked them completely? Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, the easy AI, what can you do? So yeah, I'd like to play more of this. So yeah, I guess that's it really. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time in whatever game comes next. Farewell!